Today's social media segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System. Your health is our legacy. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not. Buick, the craft of modern luxury. St. Martin and Bork, know your rights.
Good evening and welcome to Going Public. I'm Renee Fonseca and joining us tonight is Corey Butler, the Supervisor of Child Welfare and Attendance for the Terrebonne Parish School District. I want to thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Today we're going to go over some of the new safety features that the district has recently implemented.
Okay.
Lately we have upgraded our metal detectors. Can you please go over why did the school district update to open gate metal detectors?
First of all, Renee, let me begin with the fact that we have a 20-point safety plan, and the metal detectors are just a part of that plan. But as far as upgrading, we had an opportunity to take advantage of a grant and wanted to, after evaluating the usage of the metal detectors which we purchased about 2 years ago, a Garrett-style metal detector walkthrough. We wanted to increase our capacity in terms of being able to get kids searched or scanned and minimize the amount of time that we would lose instructionally. And so Mr. Talbot, the Director of Child Welfare and Attendance, was able to secure the Stronger Communities grant. And in doing some research, we went with the new style, the open gate metal detectors, which allows us to do a lot of things, actually, but at the same time still provide the security features that we were looking for as far as our high schools are.
And how does this new style of metal detector work compared to the past styles?
Well, they're not as bulky. They're actually towers. So if you're about 6'8", you can walk through these. But the other style of metal detectors, that person will probably have to duck. But this particular style allows us to be able to be flexible in terms of where we use them. They're very easy to set up. There are two towers. They work through Bluetooth. So we got administrators. They were trained a couple of weeks ago. And from there, we were just able to move forward in utilizing those the new open gate style. So the towers, once they're synced, they have to stay together, and so they're fairly easy to use, to be honest with you.
Now, with that being said, are we able to move these around? Are they portable? Can you bring them to other events such as dances or athletic functions as well? Yeah,
actually, that's the intent. We look to utilize those at the various activities that we sponsor in schools. Mainly the high schools are what we're focusing on right now, but obviously, we will look to branch into the other areas, junior high, middle, but they're about 25 pounds a piece. Very easy to maneuver. They come with handles, so one person can actually transport them.
And what is the lifespan of this style metal detector?
About 20 years. About 20 years. The only thing that we really have to keep an eye on, which we're able to monitor also with an app, are the batteries. So if we properly keep them charged, keep them maintained, they should last us anywhere from 2 to 5 years. But as far as the towers themselves, they're about 20 years.
So that is definitely a long lifespan.
We plan to get our money's worth.
Yes. Let's go ahead and talk about the high school setting. Okay. I know you mentioned that you'll plan to start using them in the high schools. What is the typical use for them? What does administration want, or the goal is for these metal detectors?
Well, the metal detectors in itself, just as users of metal detectors, obviously we would like them to serve as a deterrent for prohibited items that students may think about bringing to school. So the use is obviously to catch weapons, vapes, items that may potentially be harmful to students, faculty, staff, any personnel that we may have on our school campuses at that time of usage. But definitely they're used to prevent, to deter, and any event that we do just so happen to catch someone who brings an illegal item, then we have a process that we utilize in addressing that just as well.
Now, do you plan to scan every student who steps foot into the high school setting, or is it just select students?
Well, we have the flexibility to do both. We can conduct whole school searches. At the same time, we can do random searches. It can be a hallway, a particular hallway. It could be a classroom individually. But we have in the past, and we've already began to utilize this particular style of metal detector already. So we have done a few whole school searches already.
And what are the features? I know you mentioned how easy it is, the Bluetooth. What is the feedback that you're getting from the schools that have already implemented this?
They're very user-friendly. As far as the features, the difference in terms of the whole upgrade question that you asked earlier, the Garrett-style metal detectors that we purchased some time ago, they have about 150 sensors. This particular style, there are over 300 sensors. So we can provide the same type of security measures, but at the same time, we may be able to detect some items that ordinarily we probably in the past wouldn't have been able to detect. So this gives us a little bit of an advantage, which is what we're looking for. Our job is to ensure that our campuses are safe, they're secure. And again, this is just one of the points in our 20-point safety plan.
Well, I want to thank you so much for joining us and going over the latest, safety feature that we are offering. And next time, possibly, you can get into that 20-point safety plan. So thank you for taking time out of your day. I would like to thank you, our viewers, for watching. Don't forget to join us every week on Going Public. Good night.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough.